Alrighty. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss Fia the Diva. I am back, but I am here to discuss power this time around. Yes, I have clothes on. I realize looking at this video, it looks like I don't have clothes on. I just have on a tank top, a spaghetti strap right now. But either way, I am here to talk about what we've all been waiting for the past few months, and that is Power. It is the return. These are the final 5 episodes of this season. Supposedly, this will be the end of Power. Supposedly, the protagonist of this series is deceased. Está muerta. Ghost está muerta. I thought it was 4. There are 5 total. We've seen 1 so far. So now it's 4 left. That's what I mean when I say 5. Okay. So there were 5 installments left after, the mid-season break, which was very unusual. I'm glad that Starz decided at the end of this series that they would finally give them more episodes, because honestly, let's be real, as all of us have been watching for the past 6 solid seasons, we've kind of always felt like the last couple of episodes in each season were always kind of rushed. So thank you, 50 Cent and Courtney Kemp, or whomever convinced the network that this was vital and important to us. The sad part about this return is the fact that we finally find out why Dre is so fucked up, okay? I'm just going to jump right into it. Dre is fucked up because he has a fucked up mama. That's the bottom line. His mother is one of those people that was physically present, but not emotionally available to him. Also, she hides under the guise of being a godly woman. But the truth of the matter is that you are so quote unquote devout and blinded by what you think is the right way of being a Christian. You never even showed your son any type of love. And for those of us who study the Bible, and I don't remember Samuel's mama's name for some reason in the Bible, but remember how Samuel's mother prayed for a son and God blessed her with one. Her son was a blessing to her. I don't think his mama read that part of the Bible. They just put a Band-Aid on the whole Dre storyline, is the comment coming into us from Periscope. So I don't know. It kind of made you feel bad for him, but then you kind of glad that he finally got his comeuppance. Okay, you kind of like, bye, Dre. And so what I like about this episode is that it was a prequel to what happened in the episode before. And that is when we find out how all of the inner workings were going on. How is it that Dre got set up? How is it that Tate and all of them ended up going to the Truth nightclub to be there together? So I like how they kind of did a prequel for that. Now, when the episode opens, Dre is with his daughter and his baby mama, who happens to be English. I had no idea she was English. And so either way, she's talking about them getting away to Vegas. And so the plan now throughout this is all about Dre getting to his freedom and getting away from New York and going to, of all places, Las Vegas, whom he tried to convince her that the rent was different. No, honey, property values in Vegas just now started going back up. If you ever wanted to buy a house and live close to the West Coast, a few years ago was the perfect time to move to Vegas. Vegas is not that expensive. So you be coming up much better. He still has dreams and ambitions of being the biggest drug dealer in New York, but we all know that Dre is a fuck up. He tries to walk before he can crawl, and that's essentially what Dre's downfall was throughout this whole series. So anyway, so much for speaking things into existence. We all know what happened to him. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Okay, let me stop. And then he's trying to be a good father to his daughter. I personally I think he's a sucky ass father to this day. When he shot the FBI agent in front of his daughter, what functional parent does that? But again, now we know he come up from a fucked up situation. We know that now. He then goes to see Cooper, who had him set up the cell phone in Ghost hotel room, which we now know, of course, is fruit of the poisonous tree, and it was not part of the search warrant and all this other stuff that they had going on then. So he's upset about that. Okay. Then Dre goes to meet up with the people to let them know that he still does not have a connect because, well, Jason is dead to the floor. And thanks to Ghost setting him up, he'll probably have to answer for that because guess who comes in? Oh, it's the Ponderosa. It is the Serbians. They're going to blow a hole through everybody's ass in there. Okay. So I don't know what kind of friend. See, this is why Dre deserves everything that happened to him in the end. You do not use your boy as a human shield. And I also have a question. Somebody, I can't remember, I retweeted this. How the hell is it that Dre is always gone somewhere and then come back and all of a sudden he got a crew? Where are these people coming from? I really want to know. Who knows where Dre be rounding up folk and making them his friend? Where they come from, Jesus? Then, I mean, it was just a hot mess. That whole shootout thing, that was crazy. And I forgot, how did the Serbs find out that he was the one? I guess he must have gotten a line dropped. I don't know, shit. At this point, Dre gone. But we going to keep rolling through this, okay, people? I promise you we going to get through this. Amen. Won't he do it? Let me see. Comments. Okay. I've got 3 different platforms going here. So just a second. So then on top of that, he keeps telling his girlfriend, Ghost must have told him. Yeah, I think so too. Then on top of that, what trips me out is the fact that he up here to me, you ain't going to take my daughter from me. You're not going to take my daughter. Nigga, you can't even take care of yourself. You done got shot. You got a bullet. Like old girl said, 12 more inches. You would have had one shot make a nigga heartbeat stop. Okay. What is going on with you, Dre? Think. You couldn't even keep her safe in a safe house, hardly. And then on top of that, I'm trying to figure out the baby mama. How long was he gone? Because, you weren't suspicious that your daughter was missing all that time. That was just crazy. Francis and 2-Bit clenched jaw Veronica Rodriguez. Well, you're going to tell me something or I'm going to lock you up for life. You got 3 strikes coming. And I'm just like, I love 2-Bit. Francis is not cracking for nothing, honey. He remains cool under pressure. He's about, oh, okay, well, we know how this is going to go. Like I said, predictable. What am I going to say next? Oh, yeah, lawyer. Okay, I was like, oh, Blanca got it, but not Spotwood. Okay, y'all know that Spanky, we find out his name is Spotwood. Jesus, fix it, Jesus. Spotwood Richardson, I believe was his name. But either way, Poncho. He gives up Poncho on Tommy so he can get a deal and get free. Okay. Spanky's just weak. He sold out his boy. They replaced Dre snitch with 2-Bit snitch. Actually, they replaced Dre with Spanky because Spanky is the one that snitches, not 2-Bit. That's the one who stayed talking and running his gums and bumping his gums. Spanky, yeah. So anyway, Dre goes to try to get funds. Now he's on a money run because they need some money to get out of town and fast. And what they are trying to do is that he's trying to hit up his old haunts. And this is when the chain of events happens that sets Dre up to meet his own demise. He's a product of his own doings. That's the bottom line. So he tries to run game on Tasha. But of course, the one weak spot that Tasha has is what? That loathsome ass Tariq. He basically tells her that he needs $50,000 to stay quiet because he knows the feds wants her son. That ain't gonna happen. She already lost one child, so she wants to hold on to the one she still got. Well, I guess 3, but that little ghost child don't really count. What's her name? Yami? I don't know. But either way, so Tariq and Dre snitching ass end up meeting up. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is it that Tariq wants to get a gun from a bottom feeder like Dre. For all we know, he could give you a dirty gun with bodies on it, multiple bodies. But okay, I get it. He claims he wants it for protection, but then that makes us, the viewers, start thinking, hell, is that the gun that killed Ghost? Who knows? We need to find out what caliber of handgun it was that Dre may have potentially given to him or found for him. I don't know. Then he tells Tariq, you want a gun? Take me to your daddy. That's when we see, and we saw this already, the rundown is when we saw where Ghost went in on Dre's ass and basically told him he ain't shit, he ain't about shit, and he ain't never gonna be shit. Okay, so there you go. He then meets up with Councilman Tate. I thought, because here's the thing that what I did, y'all. I watched Power while I was getting ready today for church. Well, not watched it, but more so listened to it than anything, and kind of just processed everything that was going on. So this was the point where I thought he had met with Tate, but he did get with Tate and asked him to get him some new IDs and all that good stuff. He needed another phone call. He needs to set up. Later on, Spotwood and Francis are being moved to another facility. I was shocked that his name was Spotwood, but according to him, that is the name of a judge. And y'all, we Googled it. My friend Xavier Googled it, and it is in fact a judge straight up out of Richardson, Virginia. So it is true. He was named after a judge, Spotwood Richardson. All right. Now there's a burner phone that is delivered to their cell in their new dwellings. And that is when Ghost gets on the phone and tells them, you know, hey, kill Dre, I'll set both your families up for life. So either way, I don't know. Francis looks a little shook, will let you know that he pretty much has sold out somebody. But either way, you know, they gonna do the job. Dre meets up with Clenched Jaw McGraw. I don't know why I feel like calling her that, Clenched Jaw McGraw, but I have to do it. Hey, Miss Lee, you calling him by his government name? Yes, girl, I have to call him by his government name. Shit, that's his Spotwood. What's good? That flows. Spotwood, what's good, my brother? Okay. And that is a legitimate judge, y'all. No lie. That Richmond, Virginia, Google it. Spotwood Richardson is a legit person and was a judge. Dre and Blanca meet up, and that's terrible. We already saw that in the last episode, but it's really sad because that's when we see how so desperate Clenched Jaw is that she will even go through the links that Cooper Sykes did. And that's unfortunate. They call Tommy to let him know about everything that's going on. He is aware that BG is dead, that BG is missing. And they're like, well, we think Dre may have done it. Tommy suspects that Spotwood and Francis are possibly the ones that sold him out. And that's when they tell him, you know, no, it wasn't us. But either way, Tommy basically canceling Christmas on everybody this year. Okay, Merry Christmas. Ain't gonna happen. Get the fuck out of his face. Okay. Later on, we see that Dre does meet up with his mother earlier in the episode, and that's when we find out that she's the one who had him locked up, which some parents should do to their wayward children, simply because it can be a lesson for them. But the man, I think she purposely sent him away because she really just didn't want him to be in her life at all, because he was more of a burden, which makes me wonder who the hell is Dre's father? Because sometimes when parents act the way that Dre's mother reacts, it's usually because there's an issue with the paternal parent. Okay. So Dre ends up, and here's the thing that killed me is when I found out why she used to call him a little demon for stealing a candy bar at 6. While it is not right, there is a lesson to be learned for a 6-year-old, but it's a candy bar and a kid. It's not like he went there and started stealing jewelry. He was stealing something that would be germane for children to do. But let me tell y'all something. There are parents out there that talk to their children like that or worse. You know, some people grow up hearing shit like, I didn't have to have you, I could have aborted you, all types of shit. You'd be surprised what some parents will say to their kids. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. let's see. So he broke into his mom's house and, he's looking for money or whatever so that they can get out of town. Because while Dre was being transported out of the facility because he signed this deal, he is able to shake the FBI, which was stupid to begin with. I surely hope the feds aren't really that dense and dumb in real life because he could have just peed right there in the back seat. But he got away. Now he out trying to scrape and find money, breaks into his mom's house. They have this confrontation where we learn how fucked up his upbringing really was. And his mother, is trying to figure out what did she do that was so bad that God would bless her with something like him. And I'm like, wow, that's really fucked up. So either way, it's unfortunate, but y'all, I'm telling y'all, there are parents out there that really talk to their kids like that. And I've seen it. I remember one time I had to correct, but she was young and stupid. And she gonna tell the little baby, oh, you retarded just like your dad. I'm like, you don't talk to a child like that. You just don't do that. Let's see. After he leaves his mom's house, another thing happened where he meets up with Tate. Tate offers him $100,000, which he needs, but had it been a different set of circumstances, bottom line is Dre would have killed Ghost for free because he hates Ghost. But he hates Ghost because he knows that he will never be Ghost. You got to be in the game as long as Ghost is to be able to do what you do. And then sometimes it's just innate. Ghost is just good at what he does. But maybe not as good as what we thought since he did get shot. So Tate tells him if he don't get the job done, he's giving him those new plates and new IDs. So if you don't get it together, that's fine. He gets in the car with the baby mama. She's like, let's just go. He says, okay. But then he turns around. He makes it to the club to go shoot Ghost. We hear the gun go off. Blanca comes up. Is that her name? Blanca Rodriguez. Clenched jaw comes up. He cold cocks her in the face like boom. I was like, oh, he chin checked your ass. She needed that anyway. Maybe it'll knock some sense into her demented mind that maybe I shouldn't be listening false statements from people when I have them on lockup. I'm just saying. So we know Dre did not shoot Ghost because he heard the gunshot. We know that it couldn't have been Blanca because she was on her way in to serve him a warrant. We know that it couldn't be Tommy because Tommy was standing on the bus stop sucking on a lollipop. No, he was standing on the corner when it went down. That leaves Cooper, Tasha, Angela's sister, and Tariq, and Tate, as well as an unknown. Because there could always be another party that we ain't thought about. Hell, it could be the ghost of Canaan for all we know. I'm just saying. But Dre is stupid. He decides to stop and get $40 worth of gas and piddle around in the gas station some kind of way. Somebody got tipped off that he was in a gas station. You can tell by the ominous music that was playing that something was going to go down with him. And it does. Because what happens is that all the cops show up, they take him away, and he got out for a few hours only to be locked up again with Spanky and Two-Bit, aka Spotwood and Francis, who already were set up to shank him from jump, and he knows that they're going to kill him. Okay, his mother, his baby mama comes to meet him in the facility, and she basically tells him, we should have just left when we were supposed to leave, and of all the people she could call in the world, the worst person to me that she could have called for help is his mama. And I worry about that because the way the mama was talking, she was like, I'm going to take good care of them. I was like, so they can be fucked up like Dre, because she was like, I'm going to do better with your daughter. I'm just like, whoo. The scene of him shaking the feds was so fake, I couldn't deal. Clenched jaw. That's her name, Clenched jaw. Come on, see me sometime, okay? But it's just really unfortunate and kind of scary that she called his mama. But maybe she'll do better by her granddaughter. You know what? Sometimes grandparents know that they done made some bad decisions with their primary child, and then they decide maybe the grandkids, that next generation, I can do better. Okay. And then when she told the baby, tell your daddy bye, I was like, oh Lord, this is terrible. And she's like, bye, daddy. And then, they're gone. So he decides that he's going to get in solitary confinement where he thinks he will be Mr. Untouchable. Probably one of the worst things he can do. He tries to start a fight once he gets back in lockdown, but it doesn't work. Spotwood and Francis are there, honey, and they are throwing some chemical-laced, flammable chemicals, towels, into the solitary confinement. And baby, it was burn, baby, burn, disco inferno. I was like, dude, you dead. And regardless of whether Ghost is dead or not, they don't like your ass anyway. You killed BG, and that was wrong. That was foul. But you one crispy nigga, like Spotwood said. And best of all, it's a gift from Ghost. So happy Christmas. And you ain't got no boys. Okay, y'all been boys since you were grown, but you didn't have that. You didn't build a team like Tommy and Ghost did. Because as much as Tommy wants to kill Ghost, as much as Ghost wants to kill Tommy, they can't. They too loyal to each other. They're loyal to a fault. Let's see. BG was my favorite. I like when BG was counting calories. He was Weight Watchers. He was like, I don't have any more points left. That was like one of my favorite exchanges between him and Tommy. Let's see. Later on, they wake up. Francis wakes up and finds that Spotwood is gone. It's like, I guess, he has a better lawyer. No, he knows something ain't right. Because when Tommy was on the phone with him and he said somebody sold him out for Poncho, in his heart of hearts, Francis knew it had to have been Spotwood, Spanky, that did it. So Spanky's out. He's talking to Clench Doll. And he's like, I guess that makes me a free man. Tommy won't ever know about it, right? She was like, no, Tommy will never know about it. So they leave out. Paz is there. I don't know what the connection is going to be there with Paz and Spanky, but I have a feeling something's going to come up with that. Maybe next episode. We know that Ghost has been found to be slain, which means dead. However, I can't help but wonder if maybe those reports are being sent out because there is an imminent threat on his life, and that threat may still be very much alive and well, and that may be why they said it. I just don't see why we would have to get rid of one of the main characters for the last few episodes, because I really don't want to go through the bullshit like they're doing with Angela, where she comes as a ghost here and there and everywhere. I don't like that. But, what's done is done. Spanky sold out Tommy because he didn't want to do life. 3 strikes, you're out. But Tommy now knows because Francis has told him, I think that Spanky sold your ass out. I sure hate to see you go, Spanky, but you should have just took it like a man and just not said anything. But anyways, comment down below. Let me know what you all thought about this first episode. I think it's a great way to pull all the pieces together, what led to the shooting and possible shooting death of James Ghost St. Patrick. But we can definitely eliminate a few parties from the who shot Ghost theory. Look, Pumpkin, y'all know I have everyone who watches me. By the way, I have a Shih Tzu, and from time to time, she's a little character. And she will do stuff to distract me. I don't know why. I also think she has a life insurance policy on me because I think she'd be trying to kill me sometimes. Okay. But either way, that is all that I've got. I'm so glad to see this back. Of course, we'll be back here next week and every week, unless, I have a date or something, because a girl's got to eat. But either way, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. As you know, I'm asking, since this is my birthday month, my birthday was the 1st of the month, January 1st. Just asking for everyone to subscribe. I don't want money or gifts. Just give me your subscribership. Thank you. But that's all. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this on the playback way back, because I have to sign off. Y'all know Diva got a job where she actually has to go into the office now. So y'all pray for me. Ooh, the struggle. And tomorrow it's gonna be school. We're gonna be back. I gotta be out the house by 6:45 to get to work in the time that I want to. Thank you, Miss Elite. So anyway, y'all, I gotta go. Have a great evening. Have a great week. Remember, our new philosophy on people having a bad day in Miss Diva's land is we do not have bad days. We have adventures and plot twists, okay? Because that way, maybe if we change the dialogue on it, maybe that'll help us. But as I always like to say, as I sign off, chin up, buttercups. The sun will come out. I promise you that. But in the meantime, in between time, stay fabulous. Y'all, hi, Dante Carter. Thanks for joining. I'm signing off. Y'all have a great one.